sir, being teacher, he got it right. So it is going to be about future ready schools. So the purpose of our gathering is very simple. Education, like you has rightly shared, be it from a child level perspective, from an institutional perspective, and even from the government perspective, has transitioned over the years. Now, the purpose of this conclave is for the like-minded educators who are passionate about education, passionate about the well-being of children to come together, share your perspectives on how collectively we can all work towards schools being future ready, towards making children future ready. Shall we get started? Our first question is going to be, what factors drive the shift from traditional education to the alternative approaches we're looking at today? Sweta ma'am, if you can please start.
Very good evening to all. Thank you, Ms. Meera, for calling me and being a part of it. When she called me, I accepted with a little apprehension because, now smart children, smart school, we need to adapt a lot. Of course, year 2020 brought a big change in school system and all. We are very sure about that. We all hunt and I encouraged with everybody what is Zoom, how to log in, how to put the password and all those stuff. From that we had a great shift of move. Now we are checking that, which is the safe app which can be used by us. And when it comes to the school, now the hybrid teaching, which is integrated in most of the schools, either in a minimal level or in a full swing. Here, teachers are digitally well trained during COVID and after COVID because of lot of trainings. They are well trained using lot of apps, Kahoot, Canva, Flip, and so on so. The interactive boards, definitely it is helping a lot. But the attention span, already SAR specified that, 10 to 15 minutes is a maximum attention span of the students. That's why our period allocation is also maximum 40 minutes. To our utter surprise, now Gen Z attention span is only 8 seconds. So it would be a great challenge for the teachers. How much ever we prepare and go, the expectation, the question raised by the student will be definitely different, right? Yesterday, even I told very sarcastically, மூக்குத்தி ஏன் அழகா இருக்கு அப்படின்னு கேட்க போகும்போது குழந்தை சொல்லும் மூக்கு ஏன் வெடப்பா இருக்குன்னு. Yeah, this is how children are thinking very, very differently. And it's a very challenging thing. The teacher, not only referring book, she should, refer lot of content in the book from outsources. So I think these children are getting bored coming to school. Homeschooling and flip schooling will work out. So minimizing the school hours and maximizing the personalized learning access through app, if we give, that would be very beneficial. Because there are a lot of open sources. Really, students need time to explore that. Because, physical fitness is more important, emotional intelligence is more important, family time is more important. We emphasize reading even. For all that, the free mind is very important. If you allow the children to have a free mind, then it would be helpful for them to do that. For that, flip teaching methodology will help them so that they can access the teaching content. When they come to school, what would be the role of the teacher? Assessment part, right? Inclusion, we talk more about it. Catering to the needs of divergent group, we need to make the assessment. There are a lot of tools available for that too. But how far the school is ready to prepare the future ready citizens, smarter children, smartest teachers, smart school. What is the scale of measuring this? That's $1 million question. How much amount each school is allocating every year? Because technology is changing, ever-changing trend. So it is getting outdated year on year. So how much they are spending? It might be a difficult challenge for a school to do with that. As Vijay Kumar sir said, we should collaborate with the organization. We can create a hub and we can get the sources, or we can collaborate with the outside organization like Capris, and we can, do excellent job in this. So future readiness is very, very important to making the children to get ready for. See, jobs are changing, right? Earlier, finding a job is a very big challenge 30 years back. Now the challenge is sustaining in a job. Yes, so they should be tech-driven children to learn everything. So if you are technologically very skillful, definitely it would be possible for the children to do a self-paced learning. Always I advocate self-directed learning, which was in our old customs and system. It was there in Nalanda University even. Because India is noted for its enriched culture, definitely it would be possible if we are integrating very well advanced technology. Thank you.
Thank you, Suja ma'am. Thank you for highlighting the key factors like changing technology geography and learning to be transformed from what it is to being a flip-based learning and making sure that it is more of self-directed, self-motivated approach. Julius Caesar, sir, if you can please.
Wish you all a very pleasant afternoon. Recently, I was in touch with, I had an interaction with an 8th standard boy. I asked him, what would you like to become? What's your ambition? He told me, sir, I would like to acquire Yates. Well, initially there was a bit of a shock, and then I asked him, sir, I would like to become an expert in artificial intelligence and data science. As all of us are aware, artificial intelligence and data science have become buzzwords in today's society. Therefore, we need to equip our students with all that is needed to face the future. As education leaders, all of us, we foster and promote three important dimensions, three things in our schools. We educate our children with character formation, academic excellence, and holistic grooming. And we don't stop at that, not mere educating the children. We go beyond. We enlighten them. We enlighten them with wisdom and knowledge. And we don't stop there. We go beyond. We empower them. In all our schools, what we are trying to do, we try to empower them. We want to create an empowered, society, an empowered young community of leaders. So therefore, in the realm of empowering the students, of course, we talk about imparting skills. We empower them by imparting to them communicative skills, life skills, and of course, today we talk about scientific skills. Scientific temperament, scientific skills are to be acquired by all the students. That's what we are trying to foster and promote. And even the government is very much aware. Currently, we are also talking about robotics, hands-on experience. Students will be enkindled and they'll be inspired to have a hands-on experience. Therefore, there is a lot of stress that is being placed on robotics and robotics-related labs. And in such a scenario, as educators and educational leaders, I'm sure we need to collaborate with young entrepreneurs from Cabrix and their labs. We can collaborate. We need not have the expertise, in store in the school itself. We need to have a sense of partnership. We foster and promote a kind of proactive partnership when we get in touch with young entrepreneurs like, Caprix man and, the gentleman. That will pave the way for the next level collaborative schooling. Definitely. And, conclaves like this will pave the mechanism, pave the way for being proactive. So that's what I would like to share with this August gathering. Thank you.
Thank you, Caesar, sir. A very valuable point that it's all about partnership, coming together to make sure that end of the day we want our children to benefit. That is what is most important. Gayatri ma'am, if you can please share your thoughts.
Good evening, one and all present here. Really, it's a pleasure when the educators start thinking, not the rote learning method, not the technology that is available inside the school is useful. We can extend this kind of learning facilities ahead of what the children are interested in and what is the need of the day. See, when we talk about robotics or the AI part of it, we understand our teachers are yet to grow. They are still in the learning spree. Whereas our children have started using these technologies more than what we are learning from in a day. When COVID struck us, many people say it was a bane. We had a lot of laws in learning and everything, but I think technologically we have grown a lot. Our children have understood the usage of AI in their classrooms. In the first year of COVID, our teachers started using artificial intelligence to bring in classrooms live inside the homes of the children. This is possible only when technology drives them, or the passion behind it, in incorporating the conventional method of learning as well as the new technologies that is coming in. Not all schools are equipped with everything, but I hope with Cabrix and Dia learning, hands-on experience for the children is the need of the day, and in this juncture, they have spoken much about it. So I feel we need to give a chance to the children, give a awareness to the parents. Most of them are aware, but not all the schools, not all the hi-fi schools have it. But the schools that are growing up, that schools that are setting up new labs, they need the support, and I hope Diya will be able to do that for us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Gayatri ma'am. So definitely this approach to learning is essential and we will work towards that. Savanan sir, warm welcome. So if you can please share your thoughts on the importance and the drive that we should look at shifting from the traditional methodologies to the latest alternative and innovative approaches.
Because future ready schools. In fact, I am from the background of International Baccalaureate and the Cambridge curriculum. I have been speaking to parents, teachers, and parents about students about the starline prediction that 75% of today's jobs may not exist 10 years from now, because robotics, artificial narrow intelligence, artificial general intelligence, advanced logarithm, quantum computing, black holes, and emerging technologies. Everything what we have taught over the last 200 years to our students and what we are teaching right now, the missions will do better. So we have to redesign, reconsider the content what we are supposed to teach our children. Because missions will never be able to win man. But at the same time, we have to teach our children to win the mission. In fact, we need to have an upside down education in which we recognize the priorities more or less equal to the opposite direction in the past. For instance, the past is about manufacturing driven. The past is about knowledge driven. But the future is the competition of creativity. The future is the competition of innovation, the competition of independent learning and wisdom driven. We, Jain Biblical School, I am the principal of Jain Biblical School, Krompet. What are we doing? We are creating an environment that are adjustable, innovative, and equipped to foster the diverse skills that today's and tomorrow's industry needs. But not only just skills, we are also equipped with nurturing the mindset and resilience. Students need to navigate an ever evolving world. So this is the way we have to look at the futures. And most importantly, we have to prepare our children for jobs which doesn't exist so far. This is the way we are working on. Thank you.
Thank you, Savanan sir, for valuable thoughts. We're preparing our children for a future which we don't know what it is yet. A very valid point. Thank you. Meenakshi ma'am, your valuable insights, please.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, and a very happy evening to all the distinguished leaders here and my co-panel members here. I would just want to remember one of the Rumi's saying, it's not always that we are limited with our own abilities, but the limitations are always with our vision. And I thank the Caprix Learning Lab. As leaders, what do we need to do to take the schools ahead? And what are the possible collaborative ways and means to sensitize ourselves as leaders in the process, sensitize the entire line manager system for everyone to understand the need, find out the ways, find out the means, and find out the path. And I think there were beautiful representations of how each school is getting ready to help children to balance the so-called holistic development. All of us have heard about the 4 C's of 21st century skills: resilience, flipped classroom, hybrid classroom. In fact, the word COVID, as rightly said by ma'am here, sitting next to me, Sujata ma'am said, it is creating opportunities for virtual integration and development. That is COVID. So please remember this acronym always. And it has made all of us learn. And in fact, I wanted to show some of the AI incorporated, integrated videos that we create. I in fact shared 4 videos. I requested him, make my portion to speak at the end. Let me not speak, but let just the video speak for me. But today, there was a technical glitch. This is the beauty of technology. Then what do? How should I be dependent on myself? எப்போதுமே சொல்லுவாங்க, கழுத்து வரைக்கும் காசு இருந்தா நீ தான் அதுக்கு எஜமானம், தலைக்கு மேலே காசு இருந்தா அதுதான் உனக்கு எஜமானம். So it's a tool, AI, and the advancement of all the so-called free online tools or paid online tools. I need to be aware. I need to know the constraints, but I need to plunge into trying it out very personally. Unless I try it out, for which I need to have the passion, I need to have the drive, I need to have the push, it all comes from the leaders. And calling myself as a very, professional Cambridge accredited leader, I really learned how to navigate through the so-called digital system, digital portfolio that is making me feel happy to be talking about all these terminologies on AI integrated, because all the clippings that I was wanting to show was with the teachers who underwent the training in creating AI generated video outputs for the classroom teaching, where I think in the morning Dr. Kishore Kumar said the attention span is limited. Then how do we make it to just 5 minutes? Flipped classroom. I give them pre-reading materials, and as an agile teacher with the antenna now, that's what I say. In the AI technology, I should have my antenna so agile that I spend the time in the classroom for discussion. And I think Dr. Prem Shankar said, we need to give space for the children to communicate. Then I call this as the maker space. They are the makers. They are the people who have to integrate. They are the people who have to be taught to collaborate. But as a teacher, I need to experiment first, and then the learning happens together with the students. I very proudly say that I am now 68, but I am learning every bit of learning one small information that keeps me happy at the end of the day. With the inputs Caprix has given me, Dia has given me, and I am sure if possible, the videos will be shared. Kindly go through the integrated pattern of what happens to the learning, just not for the student, but for the teacher when the tool is effectively used. And then comes the curriculum. I think I was just listening to Dr. Kishore Kumar when he said curriculum. How we need to understand the curriculum? By design. I have the goal at the end. Then I choose the resources. Then I choose the activities. Not that all activities will fit into my classroom engagement so beautifully. But I had an opportunity to go through some of the clippings of Caprix Learning Lab. It had mentioned way beyond the 21st century skills in terms of words like metacognition skills, which is the need of the hour. It's okay to make mistakes. I am learning with my son. I am learning with my grandchildren now. So many nuances of using the technology. And of course, I do use it for drafting many of my letters, but then I need to know, use my intellect and wisdom to say, is what is being given to me by AI is the right information? Then how much of information I should have to consolidate and put it precisely. And when we submit the portfolios in Cambridge, there is a plagiarism check I think many of the schools who are into submitting it to international schools will know how much of plagiarism is looked into before any paper is evaluated. Then how do I make the children aware of the assessment patterns? How do the children have to make use of the AI in getting the feedback for not using and courage? That will happen only with the help of the teacher and the student-centered learning. So no one is going to be drifted away. It is the ripple effect that the teacher still creates with the blackboard, with the technology. And in fact, there is so many nuances that cropped up, so many innovations happened using the small mobile. Teachers were not that very economically supportive to have huge gadgets. I have seen teachers who use these equipments in a very, very innovative and a creative way. We say creative. What is creation? All our thought processes have been now made assembled into a new thought process now. We have become creators now in using the samples that would be shown by the Caprix lab and instilling something of what the robotic elements could be in terms of teaching. And the rural-urban divide in our country is always huge unless we collaborate, unless we adopt and we adapt and we teach this to the children to become more resilient as leaders, as members, as an individual, as a homemaker, as a father, mother, grandchildren. Everybody owns a responsibility to take this ahead, to light the diya of leading everyone from the path of darkness to light. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Meenakshi ma'am. Like you rightly said, no matter what happens, the central element is always the teacher. So thank you so much all for your valuable insights. So like we all discussed, yes, technology is changing. We need to expose children to technology. But at the same time, what matters the most is the curriculum, the pedagogy, the teacher training element that comes in to utilize this technology, and most importantly, how we are going to measure that the student has benefited from the entire effort which we are taking. So thank you so much for your valuable points. Let's work together and make sure we prepare our children for the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Can I request Mr. Shankar to be on the dais to felicitate the panelists? Request Uday and Shankar to do the honors. A big round of applause, please, for their. Thank you all.